the mighty Morphin Power Rangers!
For the tie that binds, because you're mine, I walk the line.
Power Rangers, directed by Dean Israel, and of course is a adaptation of the classic show and 90s movies, the phenomenal, as we all know, it's as kids, the Power Rangers. Now, Power Rangers tells the story, of course, of these group of kids who are having a lot of personal problems in their lives until they come together and are given powers by finding magical stones and a secret hideout with a talking head and a robot, and are told they have a destiny, they have a greater calling, and have to become the Power Rangers to save their town and the world itself from the villainous Risa. So yeah, simple and straightforward narrative for a blockbuster. Let's hope it works. Now, as a kid, we all grew up with the Power Rangers, particularly if you were a kid in the 90s, and as a kid, I have a very fond nostalgic attachment to it indeed. I loved the TV show. Back then it was the ultimate show for boys, though I never saw the mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie from the 90s until recently. I might review that later this year, but as for my quick thoughts on that, it's alright. I mean, it's cheesy as hell, and the effects look atrocious now. It's pretty dated, but at least it was good fun, and that's the same I can say about the show. Over the time, I do not love the show as much as I did as a kid, because let's face it, it was silly and ridiculous and hardly made any sense and was a complete cheese and for kids, but at least it was fun. That's what was great about the original show. That's where its charm lies. But as for this Power Rangers movie, I hardly had any anticipation for it. So I don't know why. It's just I would have been more hyped for it if I was a kid. But the trailers just looked so mediocre, and it just didn't look like Power Rangers. It looked more like a Transformers movie, which was really underwhelming marketing-wise. But after seeing the movie and giving it a chance, and being both optimistic and skeptical, how is it? Well, I can gladly say at least it's decent. Not great, far from a masterpiece, but decent. And if you are a Power Rangers fan, it's perfect. This is the movie for you. You are going to love it. So I have some positives, but I also have some negatives as well. It's a real mixed bag. So first of all, I will actually start with the negatives and flaws that brought this movie down so much for me. First of all, it's called the Power Rangers, yet we don't actually see the kids get their Power Rangers suits until literally the second half and third act of the movie, so that created real pacing issues for me. I appreciate you do have to show the origin story, but it just kind of dragged for me, and the story is really generic and the most basic blockbuster you could have. Which made it pretty boring for me. I mean, it didn't try to be anything more. It didn't try to be the ultimate defining Power Rangers movie. That really didn't make it feel cinematic enough for me. I mean, guys, I know this is a kids film, but kids movies can be great. So you could give the Power Rangers a new story that we haven't seen before. Just an origin story where they get their powers and have to face a villain, save the world, is not interesting enough for your entire fan base. And the CGI and effects look really fake. They looked awful in some scenes. They really could have been edited and done better. I mean, it's better effects than the awful effects in the 1990s movie, but that's not really saying much. And the suits, I do really like the design of the suits. They did incorporate the Power Rangers into 21st century very well, but they did look a little robotic for me. But that's kind of a nitpick, really. And the kids in this movie, the main characters, were pretty flat. Yeah, they were pretty boring. And yeah, they were given some development with all the personal shit going on in their life, but overall, you, as much as you try, you don't give a shit about them as much as you want to. And Elizabeth Banks is a villain, Risa. She's just evil for the sake of it. What motivation does she have? That was a missed opportunity. They could have made Risa a compelling villain, but instead they made her as by the numbers as can be. But despite those criticisms, I did have fun with this film. Once they got the armor and the Power Rangers suits, that's when the movie really got going and got fun for me. This is what we wanted to see. This is the Power Rangers. This is more like it. And even though I did have the nitpick with the suits looking too robotic, I did still love the overall design of the 21st Century Power Rangers armor. It did capture the look from the show, and I loved some of the supporting cast, like Bryan Cranston as the big talking head in their secret base. He was great. Anything with Bryan Cranston in it is great, and talking the talking robot from the show, he makes an appearance too, and he's actually done much better here than he was in the show. Yeah, he was kind of like the K2SO of Power Rangers, and the although it's disappointing that we don't get in much action here, the action that does go down in the third act is so much fun. It's yes, it's cheesy, but the show was also cheesy. It's just cheesy fun, and great to see the Power Rangers in their suits battling Risa in the town in the Megazords. I always loved the Megazords in the show. It was great to see them brought to life. Although one thing that didn't make sense, how could the Power Rangers actually pilot their ships perfectly without any training? How is that possible? They just learn to fly their ships like they've flown them for years. That really could have been explained for me. And Elizabeth Banks, despite playing a complete one-dimensional villain, she does have a lot of fun with the role and give a very enjoyable performance. And the movie just makes you feel like a kid again. It's great escapism. It's just harmless popcorn fun. I can see many critics just hating on this movie and bashing this movie. But if you are a Power Rangers fan, you are going to love this movie and have an absolute treat with it. So you are going to be absolutely blown away and on the edge of your seat. So this movie is made for the Power Rangers fans. It respects the Power Rangers fans, and whether this movie is a success or flop at the box office is yet to be seen. But Power Rangers fans, if you're a Power Rangers fan, why are you not seeing it right now? I'm not particularly a Power Rangers fan as I once was, but I still had fun with it, and I still had a good time. I'd recommend it. Don't get me wrong, it's far from a masterpiece, and like I said, it's not going to be making my top 10 best movies of 2017. Far from it, and I doubt I'll see it anytime sooner. But it was at least better than I expected, because I was really expecting to be disappointed, and glad I came out at least having fun. I give Power Rangers 3 stars out of 5. So yeah, guys, if you're not a Power Rangers fan, this movie will not win you over. It's not very accessible to non-Power Rangers fans, but Power Rangers fans will absolutely adore it. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Power Rangers 2017? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. I love making new subscribers, talking to you guys about movies and making new friends. I really appreciate that. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google+, and I'll see you next time when I review The Boss Baby. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.